As most of us are spending a lot more time with our partners than we used to during this pandemic period, it's very easy for emotions to get out of whack, for people to get annoyed by just the slightest of things, and relationships get rocky. So I'm going to give you guys and gals out there 7 practical ways to not just keep your relationship sane, but to grow your relationship during this pandemic time. So let's get started. The first best thing you can do is take 10 minutes of quiet time every morning. Before you start getting pulled into different directions with social media and browsing the news with everything that's happening, use these 10 minutes to ground yourself, to set a tone for your entire day and how you want things to unfold. Whenever we wake up and there's so much news being sent our way, it's very easy to get pulled in so many directions and lose ground and lose control of our emotional center. When you meditate, it calibrates your present, it promotes calmness, and on top of that, it's a really good way of reducing anxiety. It's better if you can do this with your partner. However, if your partner has not bought into the idea of sitting down for 10 minutes every day, one calm person in a relationship is better than having 2 people whose minds are being pulled in different directions. So do it by yourself if your partner does not want to join you. However, if they want to join you and they're willing and open, it can be a really good practice to do both of you first thing in the morning. Number 2, get outside and enjoy nature. It can be very therapeutic when you're out there in nature. Just being present, it can actually lower your anxiety levels. Not only that, if you have a step counter, make it work. Get your steps in. But make sure, as always, when you're out there with other people, you're social distancing and keeping a safe distance between you and other people who are also enjoying nature. Oh, hey there, how you doing? So, sometimes too much of a good thing like spending time together can be not so good. So every now and then, when you find yourself being stuck in the same place for a long time, take something that you're going to do and go do it in another room. Let's say, for example, your partner is working in the bedroom. You can choose to grab yourself a really nice book, go somewhere else like the living room, and spend your time there by yourself. In this way, you avoid suffocating the other person with your presence. I understand you two might love each other very much. However, sometimes when everywhere you turn, it's the same person who is always there and you're living on top of one another, it can be really annoying and irritating. So if your partner is working in one room, grab yourself a good book. It's a really good time to get caught up in books right now. So I'll catch you guys in another point. Number 4, practice extra kindness and compassion. With all the uncertainty and everything that's happening around us, it's very easy for us to get irritated by the slightest of things. We can practice kindness by being mindful of the tone that we use when we're making requests or when we are responding to our partner. And if it happens that your partner becomes a little bit snappy, becomes a little bit irritated, you have a choice to stay in that calm, kind, and loving space, even when they're not reciprocating you with the same energy, with the same kindness. You can choose to be in that space personally. I'm going to make a request here before we go on. If you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. Thank you very much. So let's keep going. Number 5, people, make sure that you get your exercise in. There is something about moving your body in a way that's going to make you work a little bit that makes us feel good. It's those endorphins that get released in our bodies when we work out. So I understand most of the gyms, pretty much all the gyms are closed right now. However, be very clear about the goal that you had when you're going to the gym. The goal was never to get to the gym, but the goal was always to stay fit and stay healthy and get the heck out of there so that you can go on with your life. So if you have things like these are just resistance bands that I personally love and use. Make use of them. You can use these and stretch them so that you can adjust the resistance on them, and it can be a really good way for you to get your workout in. And these can be adjusted for any body part, and you will get your exercise in, you get your endorphins flowing in your body, and you'll start feeling really, really, really good. Exercise is very important. It's gonna up your mood, it's gonna make you feel nice, it's gonna take away anxiety, and at the end of the day, you also get to look fantastic because you get a pump on. So make sure you include movements of any kind that you personally like. And if you don't have things like this around in your house, your body is a walking gym. So use your body, manipulate your body, reduce the tempos if you have to, but make sure that you always get your exercise in, people. Number 6, do something fun together. The main purpose of this is to have some quality time together. When you do things as a couple, you find that your oxytocin levels, those bonding chemicals that we have as human beings, rise up, and that's what you want to do. And these could be simple things such as dancing together. You could try to learn a new dance. There is salsa, there is bachata, there is kizomba. There are so many challenges out there that might seem silly but can be really fun to do together. TikTok is one good example. I haven't done them myself, but every time I watch something, it actually makes you smile, it actually makes you laugh, it makes people look silly. But more than anything, these people are actually having fun. And remember, at the end of the day, the main point of you doing these challenges, the main point of you guys choosing to cook together or to do dance classes together is to have fun and not to be perfect. So if you find yourself on the side of wanting to polish things up too much, just ease up a little bit on that and understand that the main reason why you're doing it is so that you can connect and have some quality time with your lover and not to be perfect at whatever you guys are trying to do right now. So go out there, do something fun together as a couple. It's going to help you bond a little bit deeper, and it's going to improve those oxytocin levels, and that is that bonding chemical that we all have as human beings. Number 7 is rate each other. The reason why you want to do this is because it's very easy to lose track of how healthy or unhealthy your relationship is getting. However, if you take these little breaks every now and then where you ask for feedback from your partner saying, hey babe, how did I do this week as a husband? Or if it's a woman asking, how did I do this week as a wife? It gives you that space to talk about things that might not have been brought up, that were irritating, nagging, or straight up annoying. Do this at least once a week. It gives you that space where you can just let your feelings out, tell the other person what you feel. If there was something that they did right, let them know that I appreciated when you did this, or didn't really like it so much when you decided to do this instead. And communicate, let the other person know how you truly feel without holding back. And also remember, when you ask your partner to rate you, this is not the time for you to be defending yourself. All you have to do is sit back, allow them to express themselves, and listen. You will find that after you're done this practice of rating each other, you will have been more authentic with one another, you will have been more vulnerable, and most importantly, you will know how you make the other person feel, and you will be truly connected in a genuine way. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 7 ways you can choose to grow your relationship during this pandemic isolation time. You can choose to do all of them. However, if you choose to execute 1, 2, or 3 of those 7 that I've given you, you will still have gained something from this isolation, from this quarantine time that you're having with your loved one. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with the people that you think might learn from these videos. And I will talk to you guys in another one.